One day, you wake up and the house is quiet. Too quiet. No voices, no footsteps, no one asking how you slept or what you want for breakfast. The coffee pot gurgles, the clock ticks on the wall, and you sit there wondering how life got this silent. If that sounds familiar, this video is for you. Because the truth is, many of us reach a point where the people we used to share our lives with are no longer here. Friends pass, spouses are gone, children move away, and suddenly you're alone, not just for a day or a week, but day after day. I know this because I lived it. I went through a stretch after my wife died when it felt like the world kept spinning, but I was stuck in place. I didn't know what to do with myself. I'd wake up, eat a bowl of cereal, and sit in the same chair for hours. The silence was louder than any noise I'd ever heard, but I didn't stay there. And if you're in that place now, alone in old age, I want to talk to you. Not with pity, with respect. Because being alone doesn't mean being finished. It means you're being asked to live differently now. And that takes strength. So today, I want to share 6 things you can do if you find yourself growing old without anyone by your side. Real steps, honest advice, not fluff, because you still matter and there's still time. Let's begin. Step 1. Feel the grief, but don't get stuck in it. When my wife passed, everyone told me to be strong. But what they meant was hide the grief. I tried, I went out, I smiled, I said I was fine. But I wasn't fine. I was hollow. I'd see her coat still hanging by the door and it would knock the wind out of me. The worst part was pretending it didn't hurt. So I stopped pretending. I let the grief come. I sat with it. I cried when I needed to. I talked to her out loud sometimes. Not in a crazy way, just in a human way. But I also didn't let myself stay there forever. I gave grief a room in my heart, but I didn't let it take over the house. That balance saved me. Because feeling pain doesn't make you weak. It makes you honest. But holding on to it too long will trap you in the past. So if you've lost someone, feel it. Name it, write it down. But remind yourself, you're still here, and you've got more road ahead. Step 2. Rebuild a daily rhythm. Structure is survival. After the funeral, after the casserole stopped coming and people went back to their lives, I found myself floating. There was no one to cook for, no one to talk to over breakfast, no reason to shave, and that's when the days started to blend into each other. Monday looked like Friday. Weekends felt no different than weekdays. I realized I had lost my rhythm, so I built one. I started waking up at the same time every day, even if I didn't have anywhere to be. I made my bed, I took a morning walk, even if it was just down the driveway and back. I ate meals at the same time. I started writing a few lines each evening in a notebook, just to mark the day. These small acts didn't seem like much, but over time they gave me a backbone again. They gave my day shape. When everything feels empty, routine gives you something to lean on. It doesn't have to be rigid, just consistent. A rhythm, a pattern, a way to remind yourself that this day is worth living. Step 3. Give your time to something outside yourself. After I retired, and especially after my wife passed, I felt like I had no purpose. The phone stopped ringing. No one needed anything from me. I didn't matter to anyone. That was the hardest part. But one day, I read something that stuck with me. The fastest way to stop feeling useless is to be useful. So I found a way to be useful. I started helping at the local library. Just one afternoon a week, I put books back on shelves, greeted people, answered a few questions. Then I started volunteering at the food pantry. Then I helped an elderly neighbor with his garden. Then I started calling a friend of mine who was also widowed, just to check in. And something shifted. I felt connected again. You don't need to change the world, just change someone's day. Even a little. You can read to kids at a school, serve coffee at a shelter, help at a senior center, make a few sandwiches and give them out. Call someone lonelier than you. Service pulls you out of your own head and gives you back a sense of worth. Step 4. Let new people in, even if it feels uncomfortable. It's hard to make new friends after 60. That's just the truth. The people you trusted are gone. The energy to meet strangers isn't what it used to be. But being alone all the time isn't good for the soul. So I pushed myself. I joined a weekly men's group. I started attending a morning breakfast at the community center. I even went to a woodworking class, though I had no intention of building anything. And slowly, I met people. Not close friends at first, just familiar faces. A guy who always said good morning. Another who told bad jokes. A woman who liked crossword puzzles. Bit by bit, I felt seen again. You don't need a dozen new best friends. 1 or 2 decent conversations a week can make a big difference. You may feel awkward. You may feel tired. Go anyway. Stay 5 minutes. That's enough to start. Because even late in life, connection is still possible. Step 5. Take care of your body like it's your best friend. There was a stretch where I barely took care of myself. I skipped meals, ate too much cereal, didn't shower some days, didn't move much, just sat. And I felt worse. My energy dipped. My back hurt. I slept poorly. My brain felt foggy. Then I remembered something my wife used to say. Your body shows up for you every day. The least you can do is show up for it. So I did. I started eating a real breakfast, walking every morning, drinking more water, doing some stretches before bed, nothing fancy, just basic care. And I felt better, not just physically, mentally too. Taking care of my body reminded me that I still had some fight left, some dignity, some self-respect. So if you're living alone, don't let your body go. Treat it like your oldest, most loyal friend, because it is. Step 6. Find a way to keep your story going. When you live alone, it's easy to feel invisible, like your story has ended, like no one cares what you've done or who you've been. But that's not true. Your story still matters. I started writing in a notebook every evening, just a few lines about the day. I began organizing old photos. I wrote down stories I remembered from childhood. I made a list of lessons I'd want my grandson to know one day, and it gave me peace. It reminded me that I'm still a living story, still a voice worth hearing. Even if no one reads your words now, write them anyway. Record a message. Share a recipe. Teach someone a skill. Pass down your tools, your memories, your values. Because legacy isn't about fame. It's about leaving something behind that outlives you. You're not done yet. Bringing it all together, you're alone, but you're not lost. Let's be honest, growing old alone is not easy. Some days will ache, some mornings will be quiet in the worst way. But you are still here, and that matters. So remember, feel the grief, but don't live in it. Build a routine. Let the day hold you. Serve someone else, it will lift you. Let new people in, even if it's slow. Care for your body like you care for your past. Keep your story alive. It's still unfolding. And above all, know this. You're not broken. You're not forgotten. You're just in a quieter chapter. But even quiet chapters can carry wisdom, can carry purpose, can carry peace. If this video spoke to something deep in you, if it helped you feel seen, please like it. Subscribe to GlowingAge. This space is yours. For your voice, your strength, your story. We're not fading, we're glowing.